This is a very hard question, actually, because, okay, first of all, when I enter in any educational experience, I don't see myself as a teacher as much as a co-partner in this crime. We are partners in crime. And as a result, I used to have friends who are like 3 years old. You know, they see me as the same as they are. The same, we are the same age when we are in playing with something to learn from. We are the same age. Same for my daughter, actually. She doesn't understand that I am her mother. Most of the time, she's treating me that as if she is mother. I am the child. But, but actually, what I can see that you can learn from the children always, I would say, the openness. You know, that sort of openness of a trial. Why not? Why not to do so? Okay. And after my graduation, when I decided to work in 2000, that was in 2006, I decided to work in educating electronics to children. That was my first ever start in the field. And I was like a freelancer at the time. And when I told, I went to one of the NGOs and I told them I want to teach electronic engineering to 7 years old students. And I'm going to take them from 2 different social backgrounds. So I went to a group of orphans in an orphanage and I told them, I give them this course, and other students from like middle class, and I give them this sort of course, okay? And people thought, okay, but you can never teach electronics for 7 years old students, how they would understand electronics, how they would understand all this. Now this is popular now, but I mean, in 2006, that wasn't that popular. But it was a success. The students understood everything. They understood Ohm's law. They understood the relations. They built circuits. They made applications with the sensors and everything. It was a Radio Shack kit, which I used with them to teach them. And I can see here that I learned from them. You know, they never feared. They never feared to try things. Okay. The problem comes now, the difference between, I mean, 2006 and the current situation or the current generation, that they start to fear. There is sort of fear. Okay, although we have more technology. Having the tablets available and the mobile phones available all the time with the kids made things a little bit difficult for most of the school students, for most of the children, I mean, to move from the easy way of just clicking to something related to this sort of hands-on experience, okay? And also there's something in the most educational systems, although there's supposed to be more openness, more freedom, the lack of the hands-on, the real hands-on, the engagement of the motor skills is causing a problem, okay? So there is a problem in fearing to fail a little bit, if we are relating this to failure. And if the students are fearing to fail, the teachers would fear to enter in an experience that could fail with the students. So the teachers would like to walk beside the wall, as we see in Egypt, in Shigam Balhita. They want a peaceful road to move on. So they want to avoid troubleshooting as much as they can. As a result, no one is learning something new. I have learned a lot from my students' experiences, from fundraising to travel to logistics things. I mean, those are things I wasn't planning to learn from them, but I learned along the way. Okay, through robots, to travel, from troubleshooting to things related to robotics, to things related to artificial intelligence, to things related to physics. You know, when you find the robot just all wandering around in the mat for no logical reason going on, and you start to think with them about the mechanics, about the kinetic energy moving here, the kinematics of the process, everything. So it's a school of life. You just don't learn science and engineering. You learn about everything, about logistics, about having a good friends from different age groups, everything. You know, you can learn from children. Malak, my daughter, have been she has been a source of inspiration for most of my courses. When she was in a younger age, I came with the most innovative courses with Malak. And recently we came with another project because of Malak. We did something with her while we were traveling in a plane, and she did something, and then we said, why not we can do this thing based on what she did. Okay, we started to contact people and do things based on that and make partnerships based on sort of inspiration she gave to us. Also, the first paper I published and I presented in the Global Education Forum was inspired by Malak as well. And it was related to Ideas Gym and creating Ideas Gym. Because I saw that she's a child and she was moving all the time. And that opened my mind to the idea that we are born moving freely, but we lose this freedom gradually when we enter into school. So that's why when we initiated Ideas Gym, we planned the environment to be like the moving freely. The students can move freely. They don't have to sit on chairs. They can move all the time. They can play all the time. And we don't get nervous as coaches or teachers while the students are moving. So we don't get annoyed from ADHD students or someone with hyperactivity. So Malak, as my daughter, she taught me a lot. My students taught me a lot. I'm happy with them, with my friendship with them. I have a couple of them got married actually, but and they are working abroad and they are really getting older. And I feel that I'm getting older because I think one day I'm going to teach their kids as well. But it's rewarding to learn from them, to have them as a partners in certain stage of your life. Those who were just young, so young, just knocked your door with dreams and they wanted to do something and you did something with them, and now you see them growing, having children, building their own future and so on. This is really fascinating.